I'm sure most of you have tried to fly up as high as possible in Just Cause 3 before. For those who haven't, there's an invisible border at exactly 6 kilometers high that just pushes you back down and disables your wingsuit boost. It even pushes you down in a vehicle if you're using one. But you know, on this channel we don't care about any restrictions the game throws at us. So let's have a look at what awaits us when we go past the height limit. Quick note before we start, this video does contain a lot of flickering stuff, so for those of you who are affected by that, you've been warned. The beginning section is fine, so we'll let you know before the crazy stuff starts. We start off at 10 kilometers high. Nothing much out of the ordinary yet, though there are a few things of note already. If we exceed the height limit by a lot, Rico will just be suspended in the air and unable to move. We can also use our weapons, but the bullets will be stuck in the air, just like grenades. We will also not take any damage up here, and rockets just disappear. Well, let's go higher, up to 100 kilometers. The sky around us instantly turns dark pink, and we start seeing these particles all around Rico. Looking down at Medici, it looks like we're in space. The lighting also starts to break at this height, and we can just see that the camera's movement becomes a little choppy, and weapons still behave the same as before. Going up to 1000 kilometers, we can start to see some things starting to fall apart. Up here, Medici is nothing more than a pile of clouds, far below us. Things that are attached to Rico, like the weapons on his back and the grapple, start to act a little weird. Interestingly enough, the red harness is not affected by this. The camera movement also becomes even choppier, and we can see the first signs of dust and explosion effects starting to break, with the grenade smoke here. At 10,000 kilometers, Rico's attachments properly break down, and Rico's model starts flickering in and out of existence. By now, Medici is barely visible anymore. Weapons are still usable, just like before, but aren't attached properly anymore. Dust and explosion effects are also properly breaking down now. At 100,000 kilometers, the attachments reach their final level of brokenness, and the flickering gets even worse. We can also no longer see Medici in the distance. Dust and explosion effects are barely working anymore, and all that's left is the light they produce. Reaching 1 million kilometers, dust and explosion effects have fully broken down, and bullet effects are gone as well. The shading on Rico is now starting to break as well. Apart from that, nothing interesting here, so let's continue to 10 million kilometers. Here we start to see the rendering starting to go a little crazy. This will only get crazier from here, so let's keep going. At 100 million kilometers, the rendering goes even crazier. But not just that, sounds are getting choppy as well. This weirdly is the only part of the game that does not seem to get worse from now on, but as that will vary. Sometimes it gets worse, and sometimes it's almost fine again. For a while now, nothing new happens, so let's skip over a few teleports. The next significant change happens at teleport 26, and a height of, dear god, I don't even know what number this is. You probably noticed how the glitching graphics got worse, and then calmed down a little to a blue background. The glitching is now gone completely, and we only have the blue background left. We can also see our Rico's rendering is even more messed up by now. Again, nothing much happens for a while, so let's skip to teleport 34. We are now at the beginning of the end. One teleport further up, everything is now black. With teleport 35, we can no longer see anything. However, our weapons still work. Teleports 36 and 37 don't change much. However, we can hear a wind noise in the background for some reason. This is also the last time we can use our weapons. With teleport 38, Rico can no longer use his weapons. We can simply hear him putting them away with each time we teleport from now on. Teleport 39 is a bit of a weird one. For some reason we can hear water splashing sounds. But we're finally here. With teleport 40, we've reached the end. Nothing to see, no weapons, nothing. From here on out, what you see here is all you're gonna get. Well, that's been the video. Thank you for watching. If you wanna try around with this stuff yourself, join us on my Just Cause 3 multiplayer server, Free Roam Unlimited. And I'll see you in the next video.